I'm on this new diet. I'm trying to live off the money I make doing stand-up comedy. I'd like to thank Joe for keeping the budget so small for the show tonight. And after gas and tolls, I still qualify for food stamps. Thanks, Joe. You know what I hate? I hate stupid weight loss ads. And the stupidest one is when they get some guy who's just dropped a ton, and then they make the guy pose in a pair of his big old fat pants. So he kind of standing there like that. And then sometimes to accentuate the point that the guy's lost half a person, they stick one of his little children in his pants with him. Now, Diet Center calls that motivation. Most states call it a felony. I mean, I'm looking at this guy, he's standing there with a 6-year-old boy in his pants. I'm thinking, who's this supposed to appeal to? Certainly not me. Maybe a few chubby members of the Man-Boy Love Association. A couple of fat priests. Oh, I'm sorry, what do we have, the Pope in the audience? Gotta keep it quiet? You know, I take it back because you never see a fat priest, I guess, chasing 5-year-olds around the playground all day. Must burn more calories than the morning track. You know, it was tough being a fat kid growing up because my mom had the entire neighborhood watching my food intake. For Halloween, all the other kids made a candy bar. I'd get a head of lettuce and they'd make me run to the next house. And then we had trick or treat for UNICEF. You remember that? Right? Now, when I was a kid, you either got the candy bar or the nickel. Now, I was 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. You give me a choice between a Snickers bar or sending a nickel to a third world country, kind of explains world hunger, doesn't it? I came from a really dysfunctional family, and the only way we could communicate was by using food. I'll never forget, one day we had foot-long hot dogs. My poor brother choked to death trying to tell us he was gay. I tried to help him out, got behind him, applied the Heimlich maneuver. My parents thought I was coming out too. I keep asking myself, why? Why did my brother have to choke to death like that? If he could have just waited one more day, we were having a rump roast. But really, seriously, about 15 years ago, I weighed 275 pounds. And my parents had an intervention to help me deal with my food issues, which would have been great if we all weren't obese and had it catered. So I'm at the intervention, I'm standing there at the Viennese table, and my Uncle Lou comes over, he says, "Kid, you gotta ask yourself something. Who's stronger, you or the food?" And I said, "Thanks, Uncle Lou, you got a little whipped cream on your chin." Because when you're Italian, you don't have to be right, you just have to be loud, right? You know what an intervention is? It's like a group of people that are usually 10 times more fucked up than you could ever be, getting together to help you solve your problems. And who puts together an intervention? Your family, which is the reason you're so fucked up to begin with. You ever watch that show, Intervention on Bravo? Yeah, don't you love that show? I love it because I watch it and I say, yeah, I'm not that bad, you know what I mean? But you really see some good parenting on that show, don't you? It's like, I love this. I love when they decide that there's a problem and it's time to step in. It's like, it goes like this, it'll be like, Christiane started drinking, then she started doing marijuana, then she started doing cocaine, then she graduated pre-K. Then she started with the heroin. She started pimping herself out to support her habit. Then we checked her cell phone minutes and they was way up. So we knew it was time to step in. Now let me get it this. Your daughter's a junkie and a whore, but until you start incurring roaming charges, everything is okay. It's that whole reality show crap. You guys watch those reality shows? That's all that's on TV now, right? I remember when I was a kid, you watched TV to escape reality, you know? Now you got stuff like, you know, Axemen, Ice Road Truckers. You guys see Hoarders? You watch that show? And I'm like, I've been doing comedy for 13 years, writing material, performing, trying to get a sitcom, and all I had to do was just not throw shit out, you know? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just listening to my career pass me by. You know what I mean? So, you know, the Moose Lodge seems like the most manly lodge. You know what I mean? Moose sounds like manly. Well, what are you guys in? What? No, I just said manly. I didn't mean you couldn't be. Oh, are you? I didn't mean you couldn't be in the club. You know what? Shouldn't you be correcting papers? What's your first name? Marie. Marie, you know, Marie, when I was home writing this material, I don't remember giving you a speaking part. Marie. Let's hear it for Marie. You like that one? I grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut. It's like very white, Anglo-Saxon Protestant. What's the matter? What's the matter? When I said Greenwich, this guy went crazy. What happened?
Our teacher's conference.
Well, we lived on the only multi-ethnic street in Greenwich, you know? And so our next-door neighbors, the Vitalis, every year, one member of their family would go in the garage, start the car, close the door, kill themselves. It was tragic. Families spent thousands of dollars on therapy when all they really needed was a carport. I remember my mom, she agonized over the bereavement gift. She's like, Chip, where do you get somebody at a time like that? I'm like, Mom, how about a garage door opener? It was like living next door to a cult, like Jonestown or Heaven's Gate. Remember Heaven's Gate? Remember how you told them to kill themselves? Take a combination of drugs and alcohol, lie down on the floor, and a spaceship will come and pick you up. Now come on, folks, if getting drunk and passing out were the key to the cosmos, I'd be Luke fucking Skywalker. I had a little drinking problem, so I went to AA. They told me in order to get better, what you have to do is replace one addiction with another. That's when I took up stand-up. But it turns out comedy is just as addicting as drugs or alcohol. That's why I think stand-up needs a methadone program. Before you do something really tragic, like right now I'm thinking of a show in a Moose Lodge on a Saturday night. But when I was in detox, I used to lay awake at night, and I'd ask myself really deep questions about my recovery. I'd ask myself things like, does a 12-step program work for someone in a wheelchair? How about if a gay addict asked me for some crack? Should I turn my back on? How was the food tonight, guys? Let's hear it for the chef, okay? Because when you're a comic, you eat on the road a lot. There's a lot of fast food places I'll eat at, some places I won't eat at. I'm not eating at Wendy's. I'm not going to a place where the slogan is Wendy's hot and juicy. Then the guy tells us he named the place after his daughter. What the fuck was going on at that house? I'm thinking he named the restaurant after